Hello anybody and welcome to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest. I am Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and this is going to be LP number 6. I know I haven't been around in a while, but I felt that I was going to start up again with a game that I absolutely love, and that I would absolutely love to play for you. So, without further ado, sitting on this title screen, there's no bonuses to come after the title screen, so we are just going to press start and get right into the game. So we got ourselves immediately 3 files to go between, and I'm going to have a lot to talk about, I hope, at least, over the course of this LP, in regards to Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong Country 2. So that's... well, ignore that file. That is what we're going to be striving for, though. We are aiming for 102%. This is going to be a complete Let's Play through, 100% completionist walkthrough. So immediately, 1 player, because I have no friends. That's just the way things are. So, like many of the Super Nintendo games of the era, or many just games of the era, I guess, they just throw you immediately right into the game with a map screen of Gangplank Galleon. And this is a far cry from the start screen of Donkey Kong Country 1 if you played it. It just looks a lot darker, a lot more bleak, green sky, putrid waters, steaming crocodile skull, right in the first thing to meet you, Gangplank Galleon. And this is one of the things I love about Donkey Kong Country 2, is it starts where the first game left off, sort of. Donkey Kong Country 1 ended on Gangplank Galleon, and Donkey Kong Country 2 begins on Gangplank Galleon, with Donkey Kong Island there in the background. So I just gotta reaffirm myself the controls here. Okay. Alright, I think I got this. Alright. Just had to refamiliarize myself with the controls. It's been a while since I've played. I'm pretty good at this game. I don't like to brag, but... oh, something feels weird here. Sorry about that, I just had to figure out something with my controls. My controls were acting a little wonky. I've got a fairly new setup here, and it looks like I'm going to have the same problem that I did in Mario Bros. 2, and that I'm going to have to deal with a very sensitive down button, so hopefully that'll work around this. Donkey Kong Country 2 is a very difficult game for what it is. I'm going to jump over this and get this life, but hopefully I'll be able to work within the difficulty of the game, with the controls not doing too much to impede me. So we come into this cabin immediately at the start. I've kidnapped that lumbering fool Donkey Kong, and you will never see him again. Har-he, har-har-har. Captain K. Rool. So that is the plot of our game. And we can see a picture of old King K. Rool right in the background of the game. As I was saying before, Donkey Kong Country 1 ended with a final boss battle on Gangplank Galleon. And the plot of that game was kind of, King K. Rool stole all the bananas on Donkey Kong's island, and Donkey Kong had to get them back. And I'm just idling around in one space, and I need to stop doing that. And the plot of this game is basically King K. Rool wants revenge, so we kidnap Donkey Kong, which is pretty good for a villain. This is our first enemy right here, the first instance of a Kremling. We are fighting the Kremling forces, evil crocodiles that came to invade Donkey Kong Country long ago. And now we are taking the fight to them, mostly because they took Donkey Kong from us. And on his quest, Diddy Kong is bringing his girlfriend with him. You can carry her on your head if you press the A button, and you can throw her up and get a coin. I've always liked that little mechanic of just, like, spelling out the letter you need to press without explicitly telling you what it does, just kind of showing you what it's going to do. I forget the names of these guys, but I really like them. They're basically your common enemies in this game. Those are Neeks, I think, the mice. They replace the Naughties from the first game, which were basically beavers, and they're the most common terrestrial animal. That is an annoying enemy. So there's a lot to explain once the game just throws us right in. There are bonus barrels found throughout all the levels, and in each of these bonus levels you have conditions like find the token, bash the baddies. This one is just find the token, and you just gotta do that. These tokens will serve a purpose later on. They won't be useful for a little while, but they will serve a purpose much later on. In the first Donkey Kong Country, they did have bonus rooms, but they weren't really that great, I would say. Mostly you would just get more bananas and lives and things like that, and they were nice, and they went towards 100% completion, but ultimately they didn't do anything. So here we have Rambi, the first animal partner, and probably the best one in Donkey Kong Country history, aside from maybe On Guard, but we'll get into him later. And we find another bonus room already. And we get the first condition of destroy them all, wherein we have to kill all the enemies in the bonus rooms. Now, the thing about the bonus room is, well, the way damage works in this game is that each Kong can take one hit, and if you're down to one Kong and you take a hit, you die. But in bonus rooms, you can only take one hit before it kicks you out. And I do believe that if you fail at a bonus room, you can go back in, which is a difference from Donkey Kong Country 1, where if you failed at a bonus room, you failed it for that level. But it kind of didn't really matter because all you didn't really need to beat the bonus rooms in Donkey Kong Country 1 for 100% completion, you just needed to find them. Get out of here, you. And for each Kong that you spell in each level, you get an extra life. This has been Donkey Kong Country history for a while. Sometimes, like in Donkey Kong Country Returns, the letters are used for bonus levels and things like that. Balloons are your lives, and that is your green is 2 lives. But already we've come to the end of the first level in the Gangplank Galleon, and with that, we have a target to jump on. And I'm going to aim for some kind of prize, maybe a coin. I'm going to aim for... There we go. Diddy Kong is very much a product of the 90s. So, from there, from the first level in the game, we immediately go on to the next one. You can tell if you got everything in a level if it has an exclamation mark in a DK coin. And the funny thing about that is when I once played through a game and beat it, I didn't know that the exclamation mark meant that you got all the bonus coins in a level. I thought that they were just saying all the levels with a very emphatic amount of energy, and that's what I always thought. So second level, neatly enough, is already a different kind of level archetype. First Donkey Kong Country kind of did the same level 2 times in a row, although it did a night theme, so it did its archetypes fairly well in making them different. But coming over here, this is Dixie Kong's power, by the way, is that she can float through the air with the greatest of ease. And that brings us to our third token challenge already. I forget how many tokens there are in the game exactly. I think it's somewhere in the range of 75. That sounds about right. 60 or 75. Definitely 75. There are about 2 to 3 bonus tokens per level. And, well, they can be really hard to find, although usually they aren't too cheaply hidden. Although I find that sometimes you do have to throw yourself at dangerous places, or at least risky places. You need to take leaps of faith? No, leaps of faith. Now, as you can see that when you throw Kongs, they will grab anything that you throw them at, so that's a nice touch and a good way to get through. These guys, I think, are clambers. Man, I really don't remember the enemies in this game, which is sad because I really like them. I really like the Kremlings in this game. In the first Donkey Kong Country game, the Kremlings had a very military motif. They had, like, military fatigue, some of them had camo. In Donkey Kong Country 2, they have a pirate theme, and I really like that theme. It's an aesthetic that really works for Donkey Kong Island, or not Donkey Kong Island, for Krem Island. I was going to say Kremkroc Island, but that doesn't sound right. I'm pretty sure it's just... No, wait, it's called Crocodile Isle. Of course, why didn't I know that? There goes all my credibility. So barrels are fun. They can clear through a ton of enemies quickly, but this isn't like Mario where successive hits will net you extra lives. Bananas tend to be your tell in this game. In addition to giving you extra lives, they're usually positioned in such a way that they'll tell you, there's something here, maybe you should investigate. Like that. And there are invisible barrels and hooks and things in this game, and we haven't seen hooks yet, but they're part of the platforming. Now, I think that you actually can kill these guys, and for the longest time, I didn't know that you actually could. I thought you just had to dodge around them. However, I'm gonna have to throw myself back up there. No idea how that works. Apparently, they're like the ice climbers. I'm not gonna be going for like the Kong letters in every stage, but if I see them, I'll try to get them. Because they don't really matter for 100% completion. Now, I think it's once per world you'll have a cannonball bonus level, and that's once per world, not once per level. And these challenges, usually, well, to get to the bonus room, you just have to get the cannonball into the cannon, and then from there, you usually have to use a cannonball to accomplish what you're doing. And this seems a little obtuse, and in a way it is, but funnily enough, this will become relevant much later on, and it's kind of cool, I suppose. You also get boxes up here, which give you a slightly better angle with which to throw things at. And then in that way, the game kind of teaches you how to have upward throws with your weapons, although if you were throwing Diddy Kong or the Kongs around, you should kind of know how to do that already. Oh god. This game does have a multiplayer mode in the sense that it's not so much co-op at the exact same time, but one person controls one Kong, one person controls the other, so Dixie Kong is kind of the easier Kong to play with in this game because she has her jump, which her spinning hair, which allows her to adjust for a lot of her. You can modify your jump a lot after you've made your jump, and it makes for softer landings. Diddy Kong's benefit is that he climbs ropes faster, so that can actually be really useful. And select will throw Dixie Kong in the back, and we can see that here. Interestingly for this, they actually use the controls, or at least the style, that was in Donkey Kong Jr. The rope climbing is inspired by the vine climbing in that game, and Diddy Kong is a faster climber. You can climb up faster if you put the Kong's hands on 2 ropes, but you can descend faster if they're only holding onto 1 rope. So that's like a fire pole. Almost. That analogy doesn't work. So with 3, God, I can't remember the names. I think they're like tokens, some kind of tokens. I can't even remember the names of anything in this game, but I do know that that's a DK coin. I know that much. I'll just put up the names for things I forget. So that brings us to the end of the first rigging level, or rig level. I think it's called rigging. The rigging of a ship, with cool cloudy effects. Now, up in the crow's nest, we actually... Funny that I call that crow's nest, but anyway, Monkey's Museum. Here you can see Cranky, where he will, say mean things to you. Come and say hello to your old grandpappy Cranky. I'm back by popular demand to offer you my wealth of game-playing wisdom for this unnecessary sequel. Diddy, I thought you were a cheap character in DKC, but Dixie is even worse. It should be on my own, that it should. A cheap character. Cranky Kong is one of the best characters ever. I hope you bought Cranky Kong Country last year. I was the one who made it so successful, not that lumbering donkey. So as you can see, the characters kind of ignore him. Team up! I've never heard such rubbish in my life. When I played, I was on my own. I had no fancy backup. Don't you ever knock. I know you're desperate for help, but remember your manners next time. So, if Cranky Kong doesn't have anything else to say, go ahead, test my amazing knowledge. Okay, I think that's the end of it. Cranky Kong in the first game, you would see him and he would yell at you and say things about video games. If that, he would say things about video games, how they were better in his days. If it was nice to only have, it was better. We only had one life and we appreciated it, which, is supposed to refer to the fact that Cranky Kong is supposed to be the original Donkey Kong from the arcade games. And sometimes in Donkey Kong Country, he would give you tips and secrets and tell you where secrets were in the levels, whereas in this game, he's more outright in telling you where things are, but you have to pay him with those banana coins up there, and, well, he can actually be really useful in that regard, and finding some of the more painfully hidden stuff. However, I don't think I'm going to be showing him off that much. I don't think I'm really going to be using him, because I have 100% of this game at least twice, so I should stop just hanging around here. Even you can finish this silly game now? And I don't even know what this voice is supposed to be. I didn't think I was going to have to do voices for this, and I guess I don't, but I guess I'm doing it anyway. Too late, unless I do a re-recording, which I might have to, but well, we'll see where this goes. I think this will be the last level for the day. And now here we have a bonus barrel. In the first world, at least, if you generally look around, just explore a little bit, the bonus barrels are very easy to find, usually just off screen. And here we have a red zinger. It's a red bee. They're invincible, usually. And we just had to smash treasure chests on him, which shows us treasure chests, which you need to bash into things in order to break open. So they're pretty good. I love these enemies. They're comboings. They have spring-loaded peg legs. How amazing is that? They are really cool creative enemies, and I love them. And they're used in such creative ways. And I just want to say, by the way, that I love this level. A lot of people don't really like this pirate ship archetype level in this game, but I just love it. Look at that background. Look at that Mode 7. For the Super Nintendo, that was great. And this level has a great feature if you just watch the background and the lighting of the level and how it changes as we go through it. This is a very atmospheric, very peaceful level, and the game starts off very peaceful, despite being on a broken down ship, and I like how this game starts. I actually like it more than how Donkey Kong Country 1 started, although exploding out of a cabin, your house, is kind of a cool way to start. Now, I can't open that chest quite. However, I can do this and grab all the thingies up here. However, oh, combo! And I lost my treasure chest, but here it is. I probably don't need to be breaking these open. Most treasure chests in the game just give you, like, bananas, and they're not really super important, but a life. That is respectable. The game might seem like it's being very generous with lives early on, but you need those lives later on. And I can't remember if the game resets your lives when you turn the game off, but I guess we're gonna find out. Those are... I'm gonna put their name up. You can't kill them by jumping on them, because Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong are too weak, they're too light, and they don't do enough damage. And if this was Donkey Kong Country 1, Donkey Kong would be able to kill them by jumping on them, but these guys aren't heavy enough, so when you jump on them, they get mad, and they will kill you if you try to jump on them again. When they're red, oh. Well, that was embarrassing. What a way to open and back up at a level. Alrighty. Smash through these guys again, and we're back to where we died. This is what I'm a little worried about, is death. Now, exclamation mark barrels, as you can see, give you invincibility, and you can just kind of tear through everything. However, you kind of have to be quick here, because up here is a bonus barrel. And if you can get up there, I think you can get up there even if you don't have the exclamation mark, if you carefully throw your Kongs up, but it's pretty tricky, and the safer way is just to go with the exclamation mark invincibility. Ah, damn it. Well, I guess we're gonna find that out now to see if that works. Okay, so we throw a Kong up there. We bash that open on him, and I was right. Oh yeah, guess who found a way up there? Shut up, that's nothing to be proud about. So this is what I was a little worried about because of my wonky control scheme. I'm gonna have to make this work as best I can. Take these... Oh, damn it. This is gonna be a nightmare later on when there's a lot of more hook-based platform... Oh, I am not... Oh, no. What? Okay, I think I figured out what I was doing wrong. I think I wasn't holding down the jump button long enough. What? Alrighty. Hook-based platforming. I swear to God, I'm gonna get through this. Even if it kills me. No! You know what? I think I got this figured out. I think I got this. Alright. Alright, there we go. Yep, I got it. Yep. Alright, I figured out what it was. It was the down button was being so sensitive that when I jumped, it was registering me as holding that button and just dropping me straight down. So I'm gonna have to modify how I hold my controller. And that's it. We're right at the end of the level. But isn't that just a beautiful background? Just the way that the level has gone from day to the dusk, and just how pretty that looks. And I love this level. It's a great early level. And I like this archetype, damn it. But enough about that. I'm gonna try and get bananas. Dixie Kong gets a guitar. Alrighty, so that brings us to the end of that. So, as you can see, when you beat a level with a Kong, that level will be replaced by an icon of that Kong's head. And it seems that I have missed the... Hold on! Alright, right at the start of the level here is where the DK coin is. So, okay, that's that. I think I can just exit out. Start select. Yep. Alrighty, so... Now that we got the DK coin, you can see that the levels are represented by the Kong who beat him, and this is mostly relevant in multiplayer mode, so you can see who beat the most levels. But the last thing I'm going to show off in this video before I end it off is Kong College, where we have the first instance of Wrinkly Kong.
Hello, dearies. I'm Mrs. Wrinkly Kong, headmistress here at Kong College.
Okay, this text is so slow.
I'm available to teach courses on how to play the game, or you can just pop in when you want to save your little old game. Now then, how can I help you?
So, this is basically what she does for us, is she can give you tutorials on certain mechanics of the game if you can't learn them for yourself. And that's a neat way to do a tutorial, but they cost money, so they're not really worth it. And she also saves your game. She'll save your game for free the first time in each world, so that's nice. But every subsequent save after that, is going to cost money. So we're already at 8%, 7 K rule coins, I guess you could call them. But I think it's just Creme coins, actually. Well, anyway, see, every save after that is another 2 coins, but I feel that this is a pretty good first episode. I might have to redo it, maybe not, but I think it'll do.
I'll be here if you need me.
And no more voices, I think, except probably. In the next episode, though, we are going to be moving on through Gangplank Galleon, and we are going to be starting off with Lockjaw's Locker. So, if you want to see more of this LP, if you want to see more of Donkey Kong Country 2, I hope to see somebody in the next one. Bye-bye.